We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the sight of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the New England Patriots. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Fighting through it, he's got space. There he goes, right side. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. 68 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Again, it's Harris on second down. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. They'll try to run this one in. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. And his kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They run the counter. Duckworth. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. This defense for the Pats, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a give right side. Duckworth. They find some open field here. 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. the second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago. Their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along. And from what I can tell,
a leap, and he will make the catch. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there for the Patriots. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd and a yard, Jones. He finds his man, complete. It's Bishop. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now Jones. And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Touchdown! It's complete. Hunter Henry with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On the handoff, it's Gaskin, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Gaskin on the carry. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Play action. Now it's Tua. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dietrich Wise Jr. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. They took their shot, but the coverage up to the task, and it forces a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Jones. He's got Smith here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 95 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A good rally to the football, keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Back to throw. Jones. It's caught. Smith. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken at about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
They'll run now with Gaskin. And he'll take this one down to the 36. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's got his tight end Gesicki in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Gesicki, as the first half is winding down, and the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is down to a field goal. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off play action. Jones. The Dolphins get there this time and they bring him down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter.
Look now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and
long. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Another run with Gaskin. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after after, able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Tua. It's complete to Fuller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run on 1st down. Duckworth, and he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Gaskin. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They run the counter. Duckworth, and he stopped immediately there. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And that time, the tackle by Malik Hooker.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 29, Jones. Open man, the tight end, Henry. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play there for the Patriots. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular. He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Jones.
Quick slant here to Smith.
And brought knocked down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
They go play action here on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 14-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
51 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 22, Tua. Flush to his right. He's going to find his tight end. That's Hunter Long. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Duckworth shedding the tackle. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Interesting. He told us that he likes to run right more than left, but there he looked pretty comfortable going left for a big gain, Charles.
Kind of like a basketball player who has a dominant side that he dribbles to, but the ability to cross that over, change it up, and break a tendency can often lead to great results, as we just saw there.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The Dolphins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. Touchdown, Dolphins. Quez Watkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
On first down, it's Bishop, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there for the Patriots.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Jones on first down. And this one complete to Smith. A gain of 6 there on first. On second down now, it's Bishop, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll keep it on the ground. Bishop. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Jones. He finds his man. Complete. That's Bishop. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive, but the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Complete. Smith has it.
And he will have a Patriots first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Corey Willis. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for the...
And intercepted! Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game...
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down at 17. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 27, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. you really have no chance to win the football game.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Going to give this time to the tailback. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Now Jones. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jerome Baker. There he goes left side. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Meanwhile, Jones' throw there taken in by Smith. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Jones now. From the gun on 3rd down. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Back to throw. Jones. And oh, what a catch at the 2. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Malik Hooker. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit.
They'll try to run with Harris. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And the kick is good, but obviously it won't matter, as they're going to go down in defeat here. This one's over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.